Big mess, Tuckasegee Fly Shop, and I'm in Sylva, and I'm at our fly tying department, which would be similar in any of our 3 locations. And let's go over a few things because you've probably got a vise, you've probably got some tools, but let's talk about materials. There's tons of materials out there, and we cannot carry them all. It's just not possible to carry them all financially. But let's talk about some stuff. So come with me, Justin. So let's talk about dubbings. So here at the shop, we have all kinds of different dubbings for you to choose from. You have, like hairline dubbing, which is natural fur off the hare's mask. It's dyed. There's all different stuff there. You've got fine cuts. You've got stuff that's more of an icy dub there for nymphs, things like that. You can put them in dubbing loops. But you can see there's all kinds of dubbings to choose from depending on the type of fly that you're tying. And that's where the creative juices that you have start to flow a little bit. Then you're going to find that you may gravitate towards certain kind of dubbings, and that's perfectly fine. But just know there's tons of dubbing. We have a lot of these dubbings. There's probably a lot of these on our website. If not, you can call us or reach out to us, and we can send those out to you. Let's talk about natural stuff. Ostrich herl. You got things like this. You can use on streamers. You can use on dry flies. There's all kinds of uses for these particular materials. If you haven't thought about using these before, guess what? Ostrich herl is a thing in fly tying. Chenilles. Man, it's chenilles. Got all kinds of crazy stuff when it comes to chenilles. Use those obviously back in woolly boogers, rubber leg patterns, streamer patterns, San Juan type worms, inchworms, mop fly materials, zonker strips. You doing those things? Those are pretty cool too. You can do like slumlords. You can do other type. There's crosscut and there's non-crosscut. Crosscut is where they take and they cut across the grain, which makes it easier for you to wrap it around the hook. And the other ones, your regular non-crosscut, they lay flatter. So if you're going to put like a tail on a hook, that's where there's 2 different cuts when it comes to those types of strips. But we have all kinds of zonker strips, all kinds of different type of chenilles, like if you're trying some of the game changers, things like that. You look at rubber leg, not rubber leg, but squirmy wormy materials. There's all different colors. We got you covered in that stuff too. Sloppins, we got sloppins. Everybody needs some sloppins. All right, so what we got over here? Rubber legs, thin skins, synthetic yak hairs. Anybody ever seen a yak before? I ain't never seen one. Anyway, we got it. Micro-stepped stretch tubing. This is great for these nymphs come wintertime. Awesome stuff. Put it on there in the hook, a little tungsten bead. Keep it real simple. Maybe a little bit of CDL. Dude, you are set. All these cool rubber leg stuff, not only for trout, but if you're doing some bass and stuff, man, this is a cat's meow. Crawfish patterns, saltwater stuff, crabs, shrimp, man, use this stuff for all kinds of things. Zelons, Creelix type stuff, flashy. You want to add a little bit of flash to your fly. You want to tie a Creelix type pattern. The sky is the limit, folks. Get out of your comfort zone. To my right, UV type stuff, adhesives. You get into glues and things, but UV, boy, what a game changer. You've got flows, you've got thins, you got thicks, depending on what you're doing. You've got these really cool UV lights now out there, infinity type. There's some really, really good lights now. Then you can get some really cool looking stuff on flies. Like an ant, for instance. You can take you some thread, put that on there, take a little bit of UV, hit it with a torch, and you've got a hard body ant. Super simple, quick to do, but it lasts. I even see people coat like thread body flies. Kind of like a Frenchy style, but it's like a thread Frenchy. Put it on there, boom, got it, you're covered. Kind of a cool thing too, if you're just getting into it, you can get dubbing kits just like this here. You usually get about 12 different colors in these here. It's a pretty cool price point for what you get for 25 bucks. You get all different colors. And I will tell you, don't be afraid to pull out a little bit here and a little bit here and blend it together. That's how you get some of those custom blends. It's real simple to do. Do that with any of your dubbing packs. Just mix your stuff together to come up with a cool look. Semperfly, we've got this pretty cool stuff here, the K-Pot Dry. If you've not used K-Pot Dry Fly dubbing and you tie dry flies, you're missing the boat, folks. This stuff is amazing, as buoyant as it all can be. Some awesome colors. But look, and how small that is. It's packed full of dubbing right there. It's a great value. It's awesome stuff, folks. This is another cool product. I'm so excited I'm pulling it off the shelf, folks. It's flying out of here quicker than you can get into the shop. But these multi-cards of straggle string stuff with different materials, you can get different ones, you can try it. They're awesome. These are some things you should be looking for if you're getting into fly tying, or even if you're an experienced fly tyer. Think about stuff like this. It's flying off the shelves, folks. It's flying out of here quicker than somebody on the magic carpet, I'll tell you that. It won't be long. You know, the DH season for us kicks off. It's going to be egg season, but there's all kinds of egg yarns that you can do. You can blend them together to get that clown egg. I'm not making fun of clowns, but you can get clown eggs out there. Here's pine squirrels where they're already kind of cut there for you. Biots, turkey biots, goose biots. Nymph patterns. You see a lot of those in nymph flies, man. You got all different colors of biots out there. Turkey biots are longer than goose biots. Can you interchange them? Absolutely. I prefer to use turkey biots when they call for goose because it's longer and it's just easier for me to handle. You're cool with that. Foams, open cell foams, things like that. Chubby Chernobyls. Any of your foam body stuff. Hoppers. Poppers for bass. You can do all kinds of stuff for foam. Bucktail, my gosh. Anybody doing bucktail flies out there? There's all kinds of them, different patterns, hollow ties, things like that, all different colors. The thing about bucktail is, number one, it's starting to get really hard to get. The other thing is, they take these, and if you think about it, the hunter's not sitting there in his tree stand thinking, oh, there comes a chartreuse deer, I'm going to shoot it and sell this chartreuse bucktail. It don't happen. They have to take these bucktails. When they're harvested legally, ethically, they get sold to the people who do this, and then they have to get graded, and then they go through the dyeing process. So your better bucktails are going to stay the natural colors, and the ones that aren't so good are sometimes the ones that they actually go through the dyeing process with. The color dyeing process. Let's be real clear on that there. But the sky's the limit when it comes to bucktail colors and what you can do. They make some great streamers, real simple to do. Just learn those different tying techniques, hollow ties, things. Bob Popovich does a lot of stuff with that there. Gunnar Brammer, things like that there as well. So we come on around, you're going to see a lot more of our deer hair, elk hairs, calf tails, calf bodies. A lot of different threads, 6.0, 8.0, 12.0, nano silks, those stuff. A lot of tinsels. This here makes some really cool little small micro boogers. It's a Simplify pattern called a straggle string. Great stuff to tie with, easy to tie with as well. Right over here you can see a whole lot more of some CDC. Sky's the limit, folks. But here's something that I like to tie with is this dry fly poly yarn. This is really cool. If you're into dry flies, this is a really cool material to tie with. And if you do a lot of nymphs, they have a thing called a dirty bug yarn, which makes some pretty awesome cool nymphs there as well. So the point I'm making is there's tons of materials. We can help you with those anytime you come in. Man, we got necks and saddles and all that kinds of stuff. And a lot of this, there's so much it's hard for us to put up on our website. So just so you folks know, we have it. If you have any questions, you can hit us up at 828-488-3333 or stop by and see us in Sylva, Bryson City, across from the train depot, and of course down in Waynesville, across from the courthouse right there. Drop us a line, let us know what you think, hit that like and hit that subscribe button. Y'all take care.